the channel. Today I'm super excited to have Kate Morel here from Creative Hosts, who is an industry heavyweight, a glamping pioneer. What this lady does not know about glamping does not need to be known. And so we are going to bust some myths today. So we have, over the last however many years, have heard a lot of different myths around glamping, haven't we? So we're going to talk them through of the 5 top myths that we've heard about running a glamping site, and we are going to bust them.
Number 1, build it and they will come. What do you reckon to that, Vicky?
It's one that's said all the time, like all I need to do is build the glamping site and people will just come to it.
Create anything. I see that as I can do what I want. I'll just put a couple of yurts out and it'll be an absolute success. But as we both know, that's not necessarily the case anymore, is it?
I think possibly like 10, 15 years ago,
Yeah.
you probably could have, put
easily.
some yurts in a field, and it was so different and so innovative and so new that people would just come and it would advertise itself. Whereas now there's just so much competition.
Yeah.
I do not think that
No.
it's going to work anymore.
You've got to work at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say your top tips for getting people to know about your site? Like if you've just started and you've got this kind of build it and they will come mentality, what would you say?
Well, there's 2 routes, aren't there? There's one is to use an OTA that's got an instant and immediate database of people that are going to want to see your accommodations, assuming you go with the right one, because they've got their own demographics as well, don't forget. And number 2 is to do the marketing yourself. So have your own website, have your own booking platform, something like ResNexus maybe.
Oh, that's handy. Thank you for that little plug.
And payment gateway, and do it all of yourself, or a little bit of a hybrid of the last 2. Have your own website, do it yourself, but maybe pay somebody else, outsource some of the social media and things like that.
Yeah, so build it and they will come. I think that nowadays in 2025 is busted. Okay.
Whose idea was this?
So number 2, running a glamping site is easy money or a bit of a cash cow. Is glamping easy money?
Again, I think 10 or 15 years ago, it was a lot easier to earn a very good living from glamping. And I think it's still possible to earn a good living from glamping, but I wouldn't say it's easy money. And you would know that probably better than me, because you're doing it every single day, whereas my site, I'm not very hands-on. So
yeah, easy money. I just don't know how anybody can even imagine that, because it's a 24/7 job. Like it's a lifestyle business. You're there all the time. I've got, you get people, can you come and light my wood burner at 10 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
I get people even, will you come and light the campfire for me because I don't really know how to do it. It's continual. And I get the projections that like pod manufacturers will give, and I think a lot of these myths kind of come from pod manufacturers.
You've just read my mind, actually.
Yeah, where they're saying, it's you just got some land. If you got some land, just buy a pod, and then it's easy money.
Yeah,
but it's just not like that, is it?
No, I think that myth stemmed from some years ago when we would have exhibitions and shows, and they would have projections of buy this at this price.
Yeah.
Rent it out on an ADR at this price, and you'll get a return on investment in this time. And I think that's possibly contributed to this myth that setting up, running a glamping site is really quick and easy money. It's hard work in hospitality, and I think people forget just how hard it is, really.
Yeah, you have to really want to please the customer, and you have to be a customer-centric person, don't you? You have to be really focused on the guest experience. Yeah. And I think, it's not just a case of, I don't know. I mean, some people put the pod there, they do the cleaning, and they don't interact with the guests at all.
No, and as we were saying earlier, with glamping, there are so many variables, and there are so many different types of business models. It's quite difficult to, we have to generalise when we're having conversations like this, don't we? Really.
Yeah.
But I would say, on the whole, it's not easy money. You work hard for it. And if you're on site like you are, doing the day-to-day, other things in your life might actually at times have to take second place. So it does have a bit of an impact on your lifestyle as well. It's a lifestyle business, but not the lifestyle that some people might be dreaming of.
Yeah, massively. Like with the kids and stuff as well. Like sometimes they're just left to go feral for the whole of
Yeah.
the summer. And like, it is good for them.
I bet they love that.
They do love it. And now that they're a bit older, it's great because they can go off for themselves and do whatever they want. But they do sometimes get frustrated with me when I'm up on the field and I'm cleaning all day, and like that kind of side of it has to go. So
Yeah. I don't know if you remember, Featherdown Farms. I know they're still going. Apologies to Featherdown Farms owners. But I remember I wrote an article years ago about running a glamping site. And I said, you see these lovely marketing photographs of kids clutching fluffy chickens and stroking the sheep and what have you. And there's this romantic image, almost, this rural, bucolic romanticism about running a glamping site. And it, let's face it, if you're an outdoorsy person, it's a great job.
Yeah.
But it is quite demanding, isn't it?
Yeah,
on your life.
definitely.
Running a glam site is easy money, cash cow. Truth or busted?
Busted. I'm gonna laugh every time I do that. Okay, number 3. You don't need planning permission for a glamping site.
Ooh, naughty. You absolutely need some sort of permits.
Yeah, it depends what we're classing as actual planning permission. You don't necessarily need actual planning permission because you could go down an exemption route or you could go down the 60-day route. But I think even with that 60-day route, you still need to notify the council, and you can't just have your back garden and stick a hut on it and hope for the best. I mean, people do, I'm pretty sure.
A lot of people do.
So, yeah, there are ways and means about it. You don't necessarily have to go full planning permission, and people will say things like, it's a mobile structure, it's a caravan, I can move it. They're making these massive tiny homes. Like when we went over the Glamping Show Americas, this tiny home was not tiny, it was humongous, but it was on wheels, therefore it's basically a caravan or a movable structure. But even if you have your land and you're putting a massive tiny home on wheels, because of the fact that you're physically renting it out for money, it still needs planning permission, even if it's just change of use. Don't need planning permits for a glamping site. That is definitely busted. Okay, this is my absolute favourite one. You can get a return on investment on a glamping site within 12 months.
I think, again, variables aside, so if you had a wedding venue and you just wanted to add some temporary tents over the summer months, you might well get your return on investment in 12 months because they're just tents and you're wedding them through a wedding. However, if you're starting up from scratch, again from a blank canvas, a green field or a woodland, to get a return on investment in 12 months, if you've got to put infrastructure in, if you've got to get planning permissions, if you've got to buy the structures and furnish the structures and pay for a website and all of the other things that we know, consultants, expensive consultants, I mean, they're a nightmare. To get a return on investment in 12 months, you'd have to do an awful lot of work yourself. And even then, I'm very doubtful you could get your money back in 12 months now.
It's like the ROI calculators you get on the websites, on the pod manufacturers' websites.
Yeah.
That you can put in all the calculations, but they're only the return on investment for the pod.
Yeah.
So if you had everything else done and then you're just putting the pod on, then potentially.
Yeah.
Or, bell tents. Because you can buy a bell tent, you can buy a second-hand bell tent for like £400.
Yeah.
And if you've got, like, when we arrived here, we had a building and it had water to it and it had sewage and everything. So then if we'd have just put some bell tents on the field, we probably could have got our money back within 12 months.
Yeah. It depends on, infrastructure's a big one. And costs of materials went up considerably after COVID. I mean, we were mid-build on a tree house as COVID hit, and of course that all sort of stopped for a while. And when we picked it up again, things like cedar shingles had gone from £80 a pack to 120. They'd gone up by £40 a pack. So, material costs have gone up, labour costs have gone up, transport costs have gone up. It is a different landscape these days, really.
Yeah. So can you get a return in some circumstances,
say,
maybe?
But
overall,
no.
busted.
Last question.
Yeah.
And you're going to love this one, Vicky. Running a glamping site must be like living the dream.
Do you know how many times people have said to me, like, they've come here, they've like unpacked their bags, they've laid on their hammock, and they've go, oh man, you are living the dream. I would love to do this one day.
Yeah.
And I'm like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah.
I know. Or you've just finished the cleaning. This happened to me a few times. You just sort of finished the cleaning. You've got 2 hours left to go before check-in, and the car pulls
You've got
up. And
2
you think,
hours left.
Yeah.
I never have to. I've got about 5 minutes left normally.
This was when I did my own changeovers in my own property, and I had 2 hours left, and the car pulled up outside the place, and I thought, oh no, and it was my customer, and
2 hours early.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'd got the scrappiest outfit on, because you don't wear your posh clothes when you're cleaning, and do you? I got it was hot summer's day. I was sweating. I must have smelt like an old bloody horse that had been out in the field all day. And she said, I'm sorry we were early. And I said, oh, no problem. It's lovely to see you. It's all ready for you. Just go ahead and leave your bag. She said, well, just leave our bags. No, it's all ready for you, you know. And yeah, I caught my knuckles on something. There was blood everywhere, and living the dream. In some ways, though, on balance, you are the master of your own ship, which is scary in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And a lot of pressure, and can create a lot of stress. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to sort of keep a balanced sort of viewpoint here, and in some ways it is living the dream. But I think you've done a great job when your guests come up and say that, because all they see is the finished product.
Yeah,
so you've done a fantastic job when you hear that. Yeah, it's like the swan, isn't it?
Yeah.
They see that. So you've done a great job. And we don't want our guests to see how hard we work, really, and how frazzled we are and exhausted, do we? Because that's not really the image we want to project, because they're here to have a lovely
relax,
and relax, sort of thing. But living the dream, I
don't know, because I love it. I love it so much. Am I living I dreamt when I was 5 I was going to be a dance teacher. That's what I was going to do, and I was. And so I'm not living my original dream, but I am living a dream of being able to give my kids a lovely childhood. They make new friends every couple of days. And I'm outside all day. Like, I cannot sit behind a desk. I just couldn't do it. So being able to be outside, walking around in nature with the sunshine, especially in the summer, it's so lovely.
There are some real pluses to it.
Yeah.
But it does come with a lot of pressure. Yeah. And a lot of responsibility. You're responsible for your guests that come here, and you're responsible for them having a good time. So it's not for everybody. No. I don't think some people have that hospitality gene and some people don't. Yeah. So is the jury a little bit? Are we?
We're like on the fence.
We're on the fence
on living the dream.
With living the dream.
We would like you to let us know in the comments what you think about our myths, and whether there's any other myths that you'd like us to bust, because we could do a part 2 for sure. So anything you've heard in the glamping world that you think, that is a load of rubbish, or is this true? Is this not true about running a glamping site? Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think about whether our myths should have been busted or not. But we're going to finish on a happy note, aren't we?
We are. There was one last question, wasn't it? Working in the glamping industry is like being part of one big happy family.
Yeah, that's definitely not a myth. I've met some incredible people running a glamping site. Not only like people like Kate, who run sites and are in the glamping world, and especially with being part of the trade association now, we've met so many lovely people, and I feel like I've got a team and colleagues, and this is what I absolutely love about Gita. But also the guests, you make some incredible, we've made proper friends from our guests that come back every year, and we even see them socially outside of them just coming glamping. Yeah. So that part of it I really love, and it is like one big family.
It is really. Yeah. I mean, I've got, they were clients when I was running the OTA sort of 15 years ago. And now they're friends, and I'll go and stay in the safari tent or in the whatever, and we'll just sit around drinking wine at night, having a chat. Yeah. And like the video we did earlier with John, and he said, "I've known you forever, Kate," and da-da-da-da. It is lovely. It gives you a sense of belonging.
Yeah, and it's quite a small community, isn't it, in the grand scheme of things? And so you do feel like it's so easy to get to know people properly. Yeah. So, yeah, we do love the world of glamping.
So that's not a myth. That's truth or mist. We're going to go true.
Well, thanks ever so much, Kate, for busting some myths with me.
It's been great fun.
Thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next video. Bye.